Alright, it's your buddy, it's your pal, Mike Messier. Phone is on the apparatus, camera's on the apparatus, we're good to drive. We're having a little conversation about a word that I hate: transparency. Transparency. Now, I didn't take the time to Google or Wikipedia or whatever the fuck, or Webster's dictionary, or I didn't get my thesaurus or my Britannica. Remember that fucking kid who did those Britannica commercials? Fucking whatever the fuck years ago, the blonde kid, the glasses. What a piece of shit he was. But the word, the word transparency, what does it mean? It used to just mean you could see through things if something was transparent. But it's come to this whole fucking, I guess I'll just say it without being offensive or trying to be offensive to anybody, but AA culture or, self-help culture or new age culture or look at me culture, whatever you want to fucking call it. Millennial, I don't even think it's millennial. I think it's not even an age thing so much as everyone has to be transparent. Why? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I like a little intrigue. I like a little mystery. But not everyone, but a lot of people feel that transparency somehow equates to righteousness or goodness, or if you're transparent, somehow you are quality. You're beyond reproach because you're transparent. What if you're just a fucking asshole? Like, hey, I'm a fucking piece of shit asshole. I'm transparent about it, but I want money, sex, drugs, violence, whatever the fuck. But people like to be transparent. To me, the minute you click that camera, or the second you click that camera, that red button comes on, the second you tap those fingers on that keyboard, whether you want to admit it or not, you have an agenda just like every fucking buddy else. And part of the packaging that people put themselves in, whether they're celebrities, big or small, wannabe celebrities, big or small, people, just everyday people, everyone's gotta fucking have a following now. The minute you put something out there, an opinion, a thought, a transgression you want to admit to or not admit to, or a revelation, if there's some type of who benefits from that, then the transparency adjective that people give themselves is part of that. And it's a marketing thing. It's I'm transparent. I want to be transparent. Why? I don't... To the audience or to the receiver of this information, is your life so fucking important that your transparency matters to me? I guess my point is, the transparency, I don't necessarily believe it, that it's 100%, because once an onion is an onion, but if you say it's an onion with the word onion attached to it. And there's many layers to that onion, but ultimately it is what it is. But the onion doesn't describe itself as an onion. That's a human word that's been assigned to the fucking onion. The onion just is. It exists. Well, the onion doesn't wake up in the morning and say, I'm a fucking onion, peel me back. And if it did, it would be a talking onion, and you'd question that fucking onion. So I don't know if this little diatribe is going anywhere or not, but I guess it's just a word that I hate. The word is transparency. It's not the word I hate so much, but it is. It's really the way that people use the word as kind of a way to illuminate themselves, or to feel like they're illuminating themselves. It's another way for people to analyze their own navel and expect the whole fucking world to give a flying fuck about their navel. If you are transparent about your navel gazing ways, good for you, enjoy your navel, but it doesn't, necessarily mean I'm going to sign on for your fucking page and ask for updates on your email blast every week about how deep and profound your navel is this week. I'm sure it's the same fucking navel you had last week. Transparency. It's one of those catchphrase words that, to me, is just being misappropriated, misused. There's other words in that ilk. But for whatever reason, today I want to talk about transparency. I will dig deeper if you want, if you can handle it, which is, what do people expect to come from being transparent? What do they expect to happen? That their motivations or their glorifications of themselves or whatever project they're doing, because they're transparent, is somehow lends itself to being more interesting or more genuine. I mean, if people just said, hey, look, I want money, I want fame, I want recognition, I want the best looking spouse, I want to look the best myself, I want the big car, or okay, so those are all materialistic things. But what if they just say, hey, I want to be happy. I want to be happy, I want to have a loving family, I want to have a loving spouse, I want to live until I'm 99 years old and die peacefully in my slumber. If anyone just said what they want, what's wrong with having a nice house or something? I mean, if you want that. But the whole transparency thing, I guess I just dispute it. It doesn't necessarily... I used to have a friend or a fellow I knew who would always talk about these fucking transparency things. But there was always some fucking, quote, dark, quote, side to it all. There was always some hidden agenda. The transparency that he was projecting onto the world was never really the full picture. It was part of it. We all have dualities. We all have the omega and the alpha, the yin and the yang, the zin and the zag. You know what I mean? There's a horse and a cow in every one of us, if you're not vegan. So my point is, when you use the word transparency, I can see through that, or I think I see through that. I just don't buy into it. It's just a catchphrase, or it's just a word. I'll destroy some other things that I don't like in other videos. But transparency, for some reason, it just rubs me the wrong way. It's overused. I think there's a few others that kind of go into that transparency thing. I want to be transparent. Why? Who cares? Build a character. I'd rather see someone say, this is my character. I'm the fucking asshole, or I'm the good guy, or I'm the fucking superhero, or I'm the fucking dick in the ass fuck. I mean, do something that builds a character. Show a little effort, And maybe it's because I am from a world, or my own viewpoint of the world enjoys things such as ... pro wrestling, such as ... things of that nature, where I enjoy things where character building is, how do you say, part of the game, so to speak. Character building is part of the fun of, say, wrestling or theater or things. So I kind of like mixing and matching what is fourth wall, what is suspension of disbelief, what is breaking character or breaking kayfabe in the wrestling terminology. So I enjoy character building more so than I really need to know someone at their core, because at the core of it, I don't know if I'd like most people. I don't know if most people would like me. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. But the point is, your transparency, I see through it, okay? I don't buy it. It doesn't impress me. Show me a track record. How about this? A track record of success and even failure. A track record of working hard or being smart, or hopefully both. A track record of talent and determination, of effort and struggle. Got a whole fucking bunch of assholes in here. Show me a track record, don't just come onto the scene, whatever the scene might be, and fucking blow yourself up and think you're great and be transparent about your fucking gifts to the world. There was one person I read a couple of years ago who was writing this confessional fucking thing and saying, I was born with these gifts. Okay, you're an actor. Everybody's a fucking actor. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're a good actor. But so what? A lot of people are. You're not fucking Nicole Kidman. You know what I mean? So, point is, take your transparency and try to cash in on it like everybody else. You know, try not to be cynical in this day and age. But I'm just sharing. Oh, that's the other goddamn word, sharing. But we'll get to that at another point. So transparency, sharing, and story. That's the trilogy of the day. This is the transparency. Words I hate, transparency. I'll see you in the next round. Like Messier.